So session 3 is perhaps, you might say, the most important session, as well as, in my opinion, the most challenging. And I'm just being honest with you, it will probably be the longest, okay? But hopefully it will prove to be worth our time. This session will cover Romans chapter 1, verses 26 and 27, and it is these two verses that I would say people most often go to for what appears to be this clear and obvious biblical evidence supporting the belief of the inherent sinfulness of same-sex relationships. But before I do that, I want to begin and freely admit to you that for years, I was one of those people. Even in my early 20s, when my heart was convinced that the church's posture towards gay people should be one of love and acceptance and not one of exclusion, my mind, however, could not go there. I could not get past these words in Romans chapter 1. And so if you're here today or you're watching this video at home and you find yourself perhaps struggling or reluctant to move theologically on this issue because of these verses, then I want you to know that I get it. I do. Maybe you've even heard or read or someone has shared with you an argument trying to unclobber these verses in the past, and you found them unconvincing, and it managed only to solidify your conviction that the Bible speaks against homosexuality. But what I ask is that over the next few moments together, that you consider the possibility that maybe, just maybe, there are solid reasons that stay true to the text, stay true to Paul, for believing that we've been wrong in our interpretations of this passage. As you well know, the church has had a history of getting it wrong on some fairly significant issues. Things like slavery or the sun revolving around the earth. And as you also know, on these issues, the church stood on what was believed to be biblical ground with strong scriptural support. And yet time and study and the voice of courageous men and women have stood up to the bride of Christ and dared suggest that her wedding dress was blemished. And so I stand here today as one who is humbly, yet confidently, pointing out that such a stain still exists. And also as one who spent years denying the stain was real. Everything changed for me, though, once this Romans passage was unclobbered.